You probably believe that being helpful earns you respect. You think being constantly available makes you valuable. You assume that generosity will make people appreciate you. But here's the real truth that will shake your worldview. The more you do for others, the less they actually value you. And every single day, without realizing it, you're teaching people to treat you like their personal servant. There are 5 destructive behaviors you may be stuck in right now. They're not just bad habits. They're deep psychological patterns that crush your self-respect, erase your boundaries, and turn you into everyone's favorite doormat. And each one of them sends the same silent message. Your time, your energy, and your dignity don't matter. Here's the part that might surprise you. The ancient Stoics figured this out 2,000 years ago. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus. These men weren't just philosophers. They were leaders who commanded respect without begging for it. They understood a timeless truth modern society has forgotten. Respect doesn't come from endless service. It comes from firm boundaries. Today, I'll reveal the 5 things you must stop doing immediately if you want people to start treating you like someone who matters, instead of someone who exists just to make their lives easier. And here's a warning: when you finally stop doing these things, some people will resent you. Good. That means you're finally growing a backbone. The first trap is explaining yourself to people who don't deserve an explanation. Every time you justify your decisions, defend your choices, or make excuses for saying no, you're silently announcing that you don't believe in your own right to decide. Think about it. The last time someone asked you for something you didn't want to do, did you simply say no? Or did you go into a speech like, "I'd really like to help, but I have work. Then this other problem came up. I'm sorry, maybe next time?" Stop. Just stop. You sound like you're asking permission to live your own life. And here's the danger. When you over-explain, you give people ammunition to fight back. Too busy with work? Too tired? This will only take 5 minutes. Don't be lazy. Have plans? Cancel them. This is more important. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." But every time you explain yourself to people who don't respect you, you hand them power over your choices. You train them to think your no is actually a maybe if they just push hard enough. Strong people don't explain boundaries, they enforce them. When you stop justifying your choices, people stop questioning them. Your no becomes final, no debate, no guilt, no negotiation. The second trap is being everyone's emotional dumping ground. You already know what I mean. You're the person people call when they need to vent, complain, or unload their drama. You sit there listening, offering advice they'll never take, and slowly turning into a human trash bin for negativity. Here's the brutal reality. Most people don't actually want solutions. They don't call you because you give great advice. They call you because you're available, reliable, and you won't challenge their self-pity. But this comes at a cost. Every time you absorb someone else's emotional chaos, you poison your own mindset. You start your day feeling fine, but after 3 conversations filled with complaints, you feel drained, frustrated, and hopeless. Their problems become your problems. Their stress becomes your stress. Their chaos becomes your chaos. Seneca understood this well. He wrote, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." But you can't build mental strength when you're always carrying other people's emotional weight. The solution is brutal but simple. Stop being available for every emotional crisis. When someone starts unloading on you, redirect them. That sounds tough. What are you going to do about it? Don't give solutions. Don't absorb their emotions. Don't become their unpaid therapist. The third trap is constantly helping people who never return the gesture. You know the type. Always broke when the bill comes, always needing favors, always in some kind of emergency. But when you're the one in need, suddenly they're busy, broke, or forgetful. Here's the truth. When you keep giving to people who never give back, you're training them to see you as a resource, not a person. Your time has no value. Your money has no worth. Your kindness has no limits. And here's what that does to relationships. It creates an imbalance. They begin to feel entitled to your generosity. You begin to feel resentful and used. The relationship becomes one-sided, draining, and toxic. Epictetus, who was once a slave before becoming a philosopher, understood this deeply. He taught that while you cannot control the actions of others, you can control how you respond. So stop enslaving yourself to selfish people. Practice reciprocal generosity. Help those who also help others. Lend money to those who pay it back. Give your time to those who value it. Your kindness should be a reward for good character, not a subsidy for selfishness. The fourth trap is apologizing for existing. You say sorry for your opinions, your needs, your presence, even for simply taking up space. Sorry to bother you. Sorry for asking. Sorry I'm here. Every unnecessary apology is a tiny betrayal of yourself. You're telling the world, my presence is inconvenient, my needs are a burden, my voice doesn't matter. And people believe you. If you don't respect yourself, why should anyone else? Stop apologizing for being human. You have as much right to exist as anyone else. The fifth trap is constantly seeking approval from people who don't even like you. You twist your opinions to match the room. You laugh at jokes you don't find funny. You agree with things you don't believe. You become a performer wearing a mask just to win validation. But here's what Marcus Aurelius already knew. External validation is a drug that never satisfies. The more you crave it, the less you value yourself. The more you chase being liked by everyone, the more you lose the real you. Strong people don't beg for validation. They live by their values. They don't apologize for existing, and they don't need permission to have opinions. When you stop chasing approval, you gain inner strength. When you stop apologizing for being yourself, people start respecting who you really are. Here's what happens when you break these 5 traps. At first, people will resist. They'll be angry. They'll say you've changed. They'll call you selfish for having boundaries. And they're right. You have changed. You're no longer their emotional support system, their free ATM, their therapist, or their validation machine. You've become someone who respects themselves enough to demand respect from others. And here's the beautiful part. The people who truly care about you will respect those boundaries. They'll value your time more because it's no longer unlimited. They'll treasure your help more because it's no longer guaranteed. Your relationships will become healthier because now they're balanced. The Stoics understood this. Self-respect isn't selfish. It's necessary. You cannot give what you don't have. If you don't respect yourself, you cannot teach others to respect you. If you don't value your time, no one else will. If you don't protect your energy, everyone will drain it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "How much trouble he avoids who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does." So stop worrying about what people think of your boundaries. Stop justifying your choices to those who will never respect them. Stop being everyone's solution and start being your own priority. If you're ready to stop being everyone's doormat and finally command the respect you deserve, subscribe to this channel. Next week, I'll share 3 powerful phrases that instantly shut down boundary violations. And after that, how to recognize the people who will never respect your limits, no matter what you do. Drop a comment and tell me which of these 5 traps you struggle with most. Your honesty might just inspire content that changes lives, not just gathers views.